Why, hello there, and welcome back to Not Only Surviving But Thriving While Living in Thailand with me, your crazy, kooky host. Yes, it is Dr. Mark Sabian coming at you live from Bangkok, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, guys, listen, these are the top 5 questions that I get about moving to Thailand. So I wanted to give you the best answer I could, or at least my opinion of the best answer. So here we go. Let's jump in. No crazy intro. Let's just start with number 1, and you guys know what it is. Actually, do you? Probably not. You'd be shocked. Let's go. Now, quite honestly, when I was looking into Thailand, this is the number 1 thing that I searched, and it is how affordable is Thailand? Is Thailand honestly as cheap as I say it is? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Most people know me as Thailand's happiest hobo. I lived here for 1.5 years, 18 months. I did a social media experiment of living on $1,000 a month. And I failed at it. I did. I went over budget. I think in the 18 months, I went over budget by around $1,400. So I did extremely well. I was right around $1,100 a month, and I had the most incredible life. I really did. Go back, check out some of my videos. I had an absolute blast. Plus, in 2022, I was on vacation for, I think it was 84 days. It was absolutely insane. Like, I just had the greatest time. Incredible food. I traveled all around Thailand. I went to other countries. It was incredible. I do know people that are coming and spending 10 times what I spend, but you don't have to enjoy yourself. Thailand, again, it's one of those places where it can be as cheap as you want it to be or as expensive as you want it to be. Would I recommend coming and living here on $1,000 a month? Unless you absolutely had to, no, I probably wouldn't, because a lot of people don't have the discipline that I have. And also, again, guys, it was a social media experiment to show you what is possible, okay? I'm not living on $1,000 a month now. I have upped my budget because I've been doing a shit ton of traveling. I've been traveling all around. I've been to North America. I've been to Cuba. I've been to China. I've been to Vietnam, Cambodia. I've been everywhere. So I'm not living on $1,000 a month anymore. Am I getting as much fun? I will be honest with you, when I'm in Thailand itself, I'm pretty much still on $1,000 a month. I'm not spending a whole lot of money because I love the Thai food. So most of my days, I'm not spending any more than 200 or 300 baht eating, which is between $6 and $9 US. I am not spending crazy amounts of money on accommodations. The most money I have spent the most money I spent in 2023 were the first 3 months, and that was, I spent 10,000 baht each month on my condo, but I had an absolutely beautiful condo with 2 bathrooms. Loved the place, but I had to move on. So I'm not one of these guys that has a 50 or 60,000 baht condo. I don't need it. I really don't. I do not own my bike, as everybody knows. I rent my bikes. But my bikes averaged out to be exactly 3,500 baht for the entire year, which is just roughly right around $100 US. So I'm not going to complain about that because I got to trade them in when I got tired of them. And if it broke down, that wasn't my responsibility. You can definitely live here on the cheap, or you can ball out like a... I'm going to tell you something. Some of the bars in Bangkok are some of the most expensive bars in the entire world, okay? However, there's also bars in Bangkok that you can go to and you can still get a 50 baht beer. 50 baht beer, guys, okay? Like, that's $1.50. Where I go down on Phuket, I go to the Adaman Bangtao Bay Resort, and I sit there and I have 50 baht beers right on the beach. Beachside, fantastic service, and they have the most lovely dog there. Damn, I love that dog. I really do. Yeah, I'm telling you, it can be as cheap as you want or as expensive as you want. So the answer to this question, is Thailand really as cheap as I say it is? Yes, it is. No question at all. It all depends on your discipline and what you're looking to get out of Thailand. If you're coming and you want adventure, you want to go crazy, it's going to be expensive. If you want to come to Thailand and slow down and enjoy life and enjoy organic experiences, Thailand can be really, really cheap. If you're hoping to come here and have a girlfriend, guys, I'm going to tell you straight up, watch my videos coming up in the next couple of weeks about the true cost of Thai girlfriends. I know most of you guys know me from that video, but I've done updated ones to it, and it is going to shock the shit out of you. Trust me, it's worse today than it was before. So if you're thinking about coming here and getting a Thai girlfriend, you're not going to do it on $1,000 a month. It's not going to happen, guys, okay? So yeah, Thailand can definitely be as cheap as I'm saying it is, or it can break the bank in a hurry. This one is really subjective because it all comes down to your preferences, what you like to do, what type of person you are, etc., etc. And that is, where's the best place to live in Thailand? For me, I'm all about the island life. I absolutely love Phuket. That's why I call it Positively Perfect Phuket. For me, island life is simply incredible. I love jumping on the bike, blasting all around, and I love the contrast between the towns. You really can't call them cities because they're not. I mean, Phuket town is not really much of a city, but I love the contrast because you'll drive from the town through the jungle to the next town, to the beach, to the jungle. I really, really enjoy that. Plus, I love the weather, and the beaches are absolutely incredible. The food down in Phuket is not the greatest. I will be honest with you on that. If you want the best food, go to Bangkok. So if you're a foodie, I would go to Bangkok. If you're more of a city person, you love the hustle and bustle, etc., go to Bangkok. If you're coming strictly for girls, and you're an older gentleman, Pattaya is most likely the spot where you're going to feel more comfortable and happier. If you're a younger person, and I mean somebody in their 20s, 30s, possibly 40s, you're a digital nomad, you've got game, you're able to talk to people, you're more interested in life than just slowing down, I would go to Chiang Mai. I really enjoy Chiang Mai. It's not for me, I wouldn't live there, but I do enjoy going there to visit. The same as Bangkok. I love visiting Bangkok. I just wouldn't want to live there. Bangkok, I can do maybe 3 to 5 days, and then that is it. I am going to be doing a series coming up soon in Hua Hin. Hopefully I'm going to enjoy it there. I'm not sure. Everybody I talk to absolutely loves it. So I am going to be doing a series about living there, the cost of living. I'm going to do a condo, house tours, all of this stuff, and just show you what it is like to live there compared to down on Phuket, because I've been in Phuket 3 years, and I'll be honest with you, I'm getting a little burnt out on it, so I do need a vacation from my vacation, so I am going to move up to Hua Hin for a while, and I'll let you know what I think of it. But yeah, I mean, it all depends on you. What do you like? If you are someone who loves the tropical life, the island life, try Koh Samui. It's not crazy like Phuket. It doesn't have the insanity of Patong, but you can have a whole lot of fun there, if you know what I'm saying. And it is strikingly beautiful. Southern Thailand is fantastic. Ao Nang, again, is probably my absolute favorite place in the world. Trang is a wonderful area. However, once you get further down, closer to the Malaysian border, you're getting into all of that ethnic stuff that goes on down there, and to be honest with you, it is not the safest place in the world. Which brings me to, is Thailand safe? Well, again, this kind of goes with the whole cost of living thing as well, because it all depends on you and your actions, if you want to know the truth. Listen, I have never had a problem here, but I have seen some pretty crazy shit. When I go out at nighttime, I'm not one of these loud, obnoxious people. I'm really not. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. I'm an introvert. I'm not that friendly. I'm not that outgoing. I try to usually stick to myself. And I don't get myself into stupid situations. But I've watched a lot of guys come here, especially the guys that are all jacked up, and they get themselves into stupid situations when they go out. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. You do not want to get into a physical confrontation in Thailand with a local Thai person, be it a guy, girl, or a lady boy, okay? I've talked about this before in my videos. when you're out, if you have a problem with the lady boys, if it's something that don't come to Thailand. But if you are in Thailand and it bothers you, don't do shit about it, because you will get your ass whooped by most likely one lady boy, if not one, 20. 20 of them will run and kick the living shit out of you. Theft-wise, I'll tell you something. I take my motorbike, I'll leave it at the airport all the time. I take my helmet off, and I have a fairly expensive helmet. Leave it on the bike, and I come back 2-3 weeks later, it's there. One time I actually left my keys on the bike and came back, my bike was still there. I've never had anything stolen or anything like that in Thailand. I do know guys that have brought back some, usually oddly enough, it's these guys that bring back a couple of lady boys to their rooms. They wind up having stuff stolen. One's playing with them while the other one's looking around, and you're not paying that much attention, obviously. And so Thailand really comes down to how safe and how stupid of a situation you put yourself into, quite honestly. If you are one of these guys, again, that likes to go out, get drunked up, be an idiot, yeah, you know what? Thailand may not be the safest place in the world. I do know that there have been, sadly enough, some cases in the news. I'm not sure if they made it outside of Thailand, but there have been some right in Pattaya the last couple of weeks where, there a couple of people have been killed, but typically it's like locals killing locals. There's not a lot of, foreigners being killed here. Foreigners kill themselves a lot. We did have the guy down in Phuket that got killed a couple of months ago, but again, he was all mixed up in drugs and everything. And again, it really comes down to you. If you're the type of person that finds trouble, trouble will definitely find you here. But if you're just a lucky, happy-go-lucky guy, no, Thailand's unbelievably safe. And for women travelers, I'm just going to flat out tell you this. One of the safest places that you can possibly be, because you don't have to worry about the locals. And most of the guys, quite honestly, they're not going to be that interested in you, because they're here for the local talent. And they're getting everything that they need. So there's really not that sexual charge thing where if you're drinking with someone, you really have to worry that much as to whether or not they're going to rape you. It's just the truth. I know a lot of expat women here, and they tell me that all the time, that look, this is one of the safest places that they've ever traveled alone. So yes, Thailand is unbelievably safe. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. It is extremely safe. And again, for the most part, you don't have to worry about someone stealing your stuff or anything like that. It's really good here. No question. So a lot of you have heard how dangerous it is to drive here in Thailand. And that is 1000% true, okay? I'm going to tell you something. The death tolls here are staggering. And I've had 5 accidents, 4 pretty bad ones, one that probably should have killed me, but it is definitely dangerous to drive here. Now, a lot of people want to know, can I own a bike or should I get a car? Well, I'll tell you this much. Down in Phuket, I would not drive a car. Not in a million years during heavy high season would I ever drive a car, because it's insane. I find it's much easier and safer on a bike. So a lot of people want to know, can I own a bike there or do I have to rent? Well, you can own a bike here even on a tourist visa, so long as you have a TM30 residence form for the transportation office. You can definitely buy a bike and own it. You'll get some insurance on it and stuff. Which brings us to the next question. Do you have to have a Thai driver's license to drive a motorbike or own a motorbike? And no, you don't have to have one. You do, again, and I've said this 1,000 times, so I'm going to say it right quick. You have to have your international driver's permit. However, I will tell you this much. If you take the time to get your Thai driver's license, the cops, and trust me, you will get pulled over 5-6 times a month down here on Phuket at least. I know other spots, they're starting to do the traffic stops a lot more. They treat you 100% different if you have a Thai driver's license. They don't even bother checking you. They don't look through your stuff. Usually they'll pull you over. They'll go through everything. Nope. If you got your Thai driver's license, you just flash it and boom, they let you go. Sometimes they'll even give you a fist bump. happens to me all the time. I get guys now that just wave at me and let me go through because they know I have my driver's license. They recognize me. Usually they see the shirt and I just fly through. I have actually had some of them stop me and get me to help them explain to someone that, look, you do need your international driver's permit, and that your driver's license from your country is no good here. I've done that probably, I think, 4 or 5 times now, and I find it funny each time. So if you're coming and living here long term, definitely get your Thai driver's license because it will change things for you. And there's other benefits to it that jump on Google and find out. Trust me, there are definite benefits to having your Thai driver's license. You don't have to have it, but I definitely recommend you getting it, okay? So yes, you can buy a bike here, own a bike. It's definitely dangerous as hell to drive here, so please be careful. Don't drink and drive ever, guys. I'm gonna tell you something. That's how most people, at least most foreigners, get killed here, is by drinking and driving, no question at all. You don't have to have your Thai driver's license, but you do have to have the international driver's permit. There you go. Well, thank you very much for sticking around. And I know, look, at the end of the day, this is what you guys want to know, all right? Yes, cost of living, and is it as easy to meet girls as everybody says? Those were the two pretty much even 50-50 everybody wanted to know about. And in all honesty, guys, listen, it truly is as easy as they're saying on YouTube, online, anywhere. I'm telling you, all you got to do is just come here. And if you're going to one of the touristy areas, okay, Bangkok, Pattaya, Koh Samui, Phuket, I promise you, you can meet a girl as soon as you get here. 5 minutes off the plane and you're gonna be surrounded by some of the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life, who are going to make themselves available to you, pay attention to you, and make you feel like you're an absolute rock star, okay? It is unbelievable. I know tons of guys that even before they get here, they're on Thai friendly, they're setting up dates, blah, blah, blah. You don't even have to do that, guys. I'm telling you, as soon as you get off the plane, you can meet girls here, no problem at all. They're unbelievably friendly. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. Someone was asking me the other day, what's the difference between Thailand and China, etc.? And I'm like, you want to know the biggest difference? In China, you're invisible. It doesn't matter what you look like, how well you're dressed, you know. You walk down the street and you are just invisible to every single girl that's on the street. They have zero interest in you at all. In Thailand, that's not the case, Ace. I'm going to tell you something. It is a free-for-all, and it honestly is that easy. Your very first day in one of these touristy areas. I'm not talking you're going out and living in the jungle or something like that. You're going to go where the girls are, guys, and you will meet them. And they will come up to you. You don't even have to approach them, to be honest with you. So if you're one of those shy guys, someone who has no riz, no game, don't worry, they're going to come up to you and make it unbelievably easy for you. So yes, it honestly is as easy as everyone says it is to meet girls here. So don't worry about it. Even if you're shy, you're going to meet a ton of chicks here. It's the truth. And guys, that was honestly the number one question. Even more so than the cost of living here was, is it as easy to meet girls as everyone claims it is? Now, hopefully you guys will come back for part 2 of this series. I didn't want to do 10 questions at once because that just drags on and on and on. Anyways, guys, listen, I'm living my best life. Hopefully you are. If you're not living your best life, find out what you need to do today to get living it, because again, you only have one, and anything less than the best. Well, you guys know it. Till next time, guys, cheers.